Yes. Good evening. Good evening. Top of the sauce. You know the vibes. You're rocking out with y'all. Truly Showtime Sizzle. I am the sauce. This stream is starting at 7 o'clock. This is gonna be damn near a 12-hour stream. I'm gonna get in my speaking points, and then like I said, I'm gonna let this play all the way throughout the night. I'll probably mute it, and then I'm gonna let it rock out throughout the whole night. But what I want to speak on tonight, right? Let me share this. Cause like I said, somebody reported my page and on Facebook. I don't understand what they be thinking that accomplishes, man. Cause one thing about me, like I'm in the game, man. I'm not none of these dudes. Like my equipment is so stepped up. I'm doing so much other things now, other than just. You see how late it took me to jump on tonight, because like I said, I was moving Seymour's, doing other things, right? But I did see, the fact that you know, the narrative pushes, man, they're losing their mind right now, man, because their narratives for their favorite fighters does not add up, and Canelo Alvarez runs the game. He runs it, man. He runs it, man. If you've seen the way, and I'm a share the screen in a second and show the weigh-in. If you seen how he had Vegas looking, it's just a sign of the times, man. You know, these frauds and these busters. It's time for them to hang it up, man. You gotta hang it up now, man, because it's like I said, you never was what the narrative's been pushing for you. That said you was. Man, yeah, there we go. That sounds good. And the one thing about the narratives, right? The narratives killed your groove, bro. Because if I'm gonna tell you why the narratives killed your groove. Because if you was able to do the same things that Canelo's doing, you would do. Because they try to do that, but they're not on that level. They're not on that magnitude, and it shows like you're not on that level. Like you got a whole bunch of YouTube channels, fanatic fans that push narratives, right? But at the end of the day, their narratives don't add up. They don't add up. Let's show you why. I'm gonna show you. There's levels to this. Let me find the Canelo weigh-in. Yo, man, dude is just on a whole another level, man. And it shows, right? It really shows. And he got these certain different YouTube channels, fanatic channels. They're like they're lost in the sauce, man. They're lost in the sauce. Dude is like he's on a different time zone with it. He's on a different time zone. Look, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. Look, I'm gonna show you some of the hatred, right? So you can see it for yourself. I want y'all to see how they hating on Canelo right now. Like it is what it is, right? I want y'all to see the hatred though that goes into it, because the narratives that they push for their favorite fighters don't add up. So shout out to Fabulous. What the Fabulous said: when the hate don't work, they start telling lies. That's all they doing. They just telling lies, lies on lies, Lies on lies. Look at the lies going on right now. Look at all the lies going on right now. When the hate don't work, they start telling lies. You see the lies going on. When the hate don't work, they start telling lies. Man, Canelo looked tiny. Bivol's going to be 190. Eddie Hearns reacts to Canelo versus Bivol weighing. Okay. Okay. But we're going to show you the way. We're going to show you why Canelo garners what he garners. We'll go to this one. And we'll just keep it muted. We're going to keep it muted. You know, we'll talk over the audio. We'll skip this. Right, we'll skip it. You know. Now we're gonna mute this. We don't want their audio. No. We do not want their audio. Let's get to that right now. Let's mute their audio. You heard? I'm gonna mute the audio. And then we're gonna mute their audio. And we're just gonna let it play as we speak on it. All right. As we speak on it, right? As we speak on it, there it goes right there. I don't understand why these guys are jealous. Like, because that's what it's really looking like, jealousy. Because if your favorite fighter was able to do and maneuver the way Canelo Alvarez is maneuvering, you guys wouldn't be feeling like that, you know? You wouldn't, the hatred wouldn't be there, the jealousy wouldn't be there, just the lameness wouldn't be there. Because, you know, this week was a toe telling week. If I said that right, it was a telling week because a lot of stuff got exposed, man. A lot of stuff got exposed this week. A lot of things got exposed, man, because guys, you know, the story broke that, you know, this would have been Charlo, you know, and then possibly either Earl Spence at 164. And look at the crowd though, man. Come on, man. It's just levels, man. Look at the crowd. Look at the massive crowd for a weigh-in. Yo, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury didn't have it looking like this. Look at the crowd, man. Look at the actual crowd, man. This is the Source Experience. You're rocking out with yours truly, Showtime Sizzle, Shy News. We have to put shit into perspective, proper perspective, because your favorite YouTube channel that you love to go to, they are having you hoodwinked, bamboozled, and run amok. You know, they're not giving you the goods. They're giving you hatred. They're giving you jealousy. They're giving you malice. See, this is the goods right here. This is the goods. Look at that weigh-in. This is Vegas, man. If you ever been to Vegas, you know they are out front of the T-Mobile Arena. When Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fought at T-Mobile Arena, they did a grand arrival and all kind of nothing like this. And they're the heavyweights. You know, and they're the heavyweights. Look how Canelo has it look. So yes, when those stories broke, they was Canelo chasing, clout chasing off of Canelo. Because quite frankly, there's not a fighter in the game that's doing it like this right now. Not doing it like this. The last Jerry's World, Canelo holds the records there. Did that weigh-in look like this right here? Did that weigh-in look like this right here? And I believe it was at don't hold me, I'm gonna get the proper name. It was right there in Arlington, right by the right in front of Jerry's World. It was at a popular bar, like a sports bar lounge. The name just slips my mind right now. But was it looking like that? Not at all. This is the Source Experience. You're rocking out with Shy News. This is gonna stay on all night long because after I am done with my speaking points, I'm just gonna run it up. I will probably mute it, do like I just did the other previous nights. Let the stream just run all the way through like these guys. That's the shit that y'all are into. But unlike the rest of these guys, we actually do things and conduct things. That's why you see how late I'm coming on now. But if you are down with the Source, whether the Source Experience Facebook group or any of my Instagram platforms, you see what I've been doing, uploading fighters and photography and things of that nature. But look at this massive scene right here. You know, this video is courtesy of Matchroom Zone. It is muted because it is merely me commentating over what I am witnessing. And what I am witnessing is the face of boxing, the one that everybody is begging to fight. The one that, you know, like I said, the narrative pushers are pushing lies. They are talking about that Canelo ducked a welterweight this week, that they are doing crowd damage control. How he's making $55 million fighting Bevo. You know, you guys over there were begging to fight him. You know, you're begging. You are simply begging to fight this, and the head is over there. So make your own fights. But you're begging for this because none of your head honchos pull off a weigh-in like this. None of y'all. It is, man. Because this goes against everything that they ever lie about, that they ever stream about, that they ever talk about. They're big dogs, big fish, big kahunas, big whatever. It's not doing it like this. They don't even come close to doing it like this. And I covered all of this. I covered them. I covered Canelo. Canelo does this everywhere he goes. And I quote the late, great Tupac, every other city we go, every other video, no matter where I go, I see the same hole. Yes, Canelo, everywhere he goes. He did this in Midtown Manhattan, New York, when he fought Rocky Fielding. He did this in Dallas Cowboys Stadium when he fought Billy Joe Saunders. Now he is doing this in the mean streets of Las Vegas as he fights Demetrius Bevo. So yes, these guys are thirsty. Yes, they are thirsty to get a glimpse of this. A glimpse of this, man. And now they're fanatic fans that have been pushing narratives and lying month after month, year after year. They are in their feelings right now. And it's showing all across their streams. Shout out to Scotty White, World Combat Sports, with the hot grease earlier. Definitely check that out. He delivered the goods. But look, this is Saul. Let me get to Saul. I just want to show y'all the levels. Let me get to Saul. Now, let me fast forward to when Saul comes out there, man. Saul always comes out in style. Let's get to Saul. Fast forward it a little bit, man. I just want to just pan it out so y'all can see how Saul shuts it down. Damn, he has beats. The amount of people that he brings to a weigh-in, it's like a fight, man. It really is. It's like you get that type of crowd at they fights. This was his weigh-in. Shout out to Saul. Montana Love came in at 140 even. Cleveland in the building. East 99 is where you find me. Thing like they go. Cleveland is the city where we come from. So run. He was popping a lot of shit, but the fight is tomorrow, Montana. You know, we're very fighting on a big card. A big card. Look, Montana Love made the transition after fighting on J card. Doing a real B.I.G. baby. Yes. Shout out to Montana Love, you know, doing his thing. You know, he's on that undercard of Saul. Look at what Saul though. Look how Saul brings him out, man. Bring him out. Look, in front of the T-Mobile Arena. Saul Canelo Alvarez is a rock star. Viva la Mexico, cabrones! Yes, he's a rock star, man. And these narrative pushes are in their feelings because their favorite fighter is not doing it like that. Nowhere near it. So what is the closest thing he could do is attach his name to it. And that's what they attempted to do this week, which was rather weak, because by them doing that, what they really basically did was they exposed their hand. The jig is up, Manelli. Down, the jig is up, man. Did you guys ever have any intention to really trying to fight Bud Crawford? If you was trying to do that, if that was the play, like shout out to World Combat, man. Definitely go check out his live stream, very informative, and he slowed it down for y'all, really dissecting it for those that are conscious and woke and understand what is being going on. He referenced Timothy Smith, who is a executive over there at the, I'm going to be nice, I'm not going to disrespect their name, I'm going to call it what it is, the premier boxing champions, who was willing to give up all of their assets, put up all of the money to get this man right. They was ready to sacrifice their big fish. You know, the narrative pushers is on here going crazy, talking he ducked Spence, and Spence would have beat him. School Spence than his own handlers do. And it shows, because his own handlers, instead of making quote unquote the biggest fight in boxing, Undisputed would go up to a catch weight of 164 and serve him off to this man. A fish on a dish. Right? A fish on a dish. But none of you narrative pushers are talking about that. You know why you're not talking about that? Because you are in your feelings. You don't really cover the sport of boxing. You are just particular fans of certain fighters. And when reality really sets in, it's too much for you guys to swallow. So what do? Now I'm playing psychiatrist. What do? You yell, you scream, you're upset. You remind me of my daughters when they don't get their way. If we don't go to the park, if we don't go to the gym, they get upset. They yell, they scream. They try to match energy with anger because they don't comprehend why they're not getting their way. And that's what's going on. You guys are not getting your way. This is what you want. And Canelo knows he doesn't need you. He doesn't have to fuck with you. Did you hear what he said on the Fight Hype interview? What is that? No, no, I don't have to do that. I don't have to do anything like that. Come to 168. Yes, come to 168. And he's fighting at 175 right here. So when you push your false narratives that he turned down, money's only making 85 million, wrong. He's making 160. Cocksucker, beat it. Like Jay-Z said in Imaginary Player. What's the difference between Canelo Alvarez and the rest of them? About 40 to 50 million. Cocksucker, beat it. Beat it, man. Beat it, man. Beat it. Just keep pushing your lies and your narratives. Keep pushing your lies and your narratives. Facts. Facts. Yeah. Keep pushing your lies and your narratives that don't never add up. It's a square business over here. It's a square business. Look at that crowd. When you show me another fighter putting on a weigh-in, delete my channel. I would just concentrate on what I got going on now. My CMOS, my photography, my daughters, the Source Sisters, Team Tucker vibes, Marley Tucker, Jihad, things of that nature. But until you do that, I'm going to always continue to expose you narrative pushers for what you are. Fanatics of a certain fighter that push lies for him, and then the lies don't add up. When the hate don't work, they start telling lies. They start telling lies. Look at Demetrius Beaver. He is just happy to be here. He has never fought on a stage magnitude of this level. Hopefully he doesn't catch star. He doesn't get, nervous, man. This is a big stage, man. He's like Eddie Hearn said. I seen Eddie Hearn said he's going to be 190 pounds tomorrow. I believe it. I believe it. But will he be able to do something with that 190? Now, I know you guys was all head over heels that that was the narrative this week that he ducked Charlo. Who is Jamal Charlo, man? Like, come on, let's look at him. He is fighting Selecki. Selecki, come on, man. But this is the guy that Canelo ducked. This is the guy Canelo ducked. Yes, he's gonna get starstruck. T. He is. He already is. They was booing him. Yo, I got it on mute because I'm not. Look at Saul. Look, rock star status. Party like a rock star. Party like a rock star. Look, rock star status, man. Come on, man. These dudes ain't coming close to doing it like on his level, man. See, one thing about the Source experience, I'm not a hater, man. Motherfuckers is just hating on this dude, bro. They hating on him. He even got Floyd hating. Like, come on, man. Niggas need to knock it off. That's how. Like, I love Floyd what he did for the game, but it's like, bro, you got too much hate in you too, my guy. You got too much hate in you, man. Too much hate in you. Like, this dude is doing everything that you did, and he's keeping the torch alive, man. Scotty White said, "Who?" Look, this dude right here, Canelo Alvarez, is a freaking rock star. He's he's Axl Rose, he's Guns N' Roses, he's Metallica in a boxing form, man. Look how he comes out to his what's it? He got on the zebra for bro. He came out there in the silk. Probably shit is probably Versace. He always comes out there in some silk garments for his weigh-in. Bivol look good, man. Bivol look good, man. He was like 174.6, I think. Boy, look good, man. But Canelo, bro. So I don't think the size and the weight is gonna bother him, man. It's gonna bother him. That's a fact, T. He's a rock star, man. Party like a rock star. Party like a rock star. Canelo runs the game, man. Canelo runs the game, man. These other dudes just had a pay-per-view fight. It didn't look nothing like that, man. Nothing like this, man. Granted, Tyson Fury fought in front of 94,000. That was big business, 94 But that's over there too, man. There goes Saul. Look, there goes Saul. And they say, "Viva la Mexico, cabrones! Viva la Mexico, cabrones!" Yes, Viva la Mexico, cabrones, man. Shout out to Saul. He's gonna put on for his people. Aztecan warrior. Shout out to his whole team. I'm saying I'm trying to get with them, man. They are making the moves, man. The brothers can't show me nothing. Only thing the brothers can show me is how to be shucky ducky, jive turkeys, fronters, door closers. I need to get with the Aztecans, man. The Aztecans is getting the guaranteed money. They are turning down fights, putting on big events. That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about, man. Now when you're Showtime sizzle, get out of that and just get to shit now, right? What I'm going to do now is pull this screen up. So I want to shift my focus back over. Shout out to World Combat Sports. Like he said, let me get to some things now. Because earlier in the day I spoke on this, but I guess a lot of people were still sleeping. But now since a lot of people are up, let's go into some things right here. Here it is. This is what I want up. I want this up. I want to show this. This is what I want to highlight. Let's get that up. Do y'all see that? Yes, there it is. There it is. Okay. A couple weeks ago, right? After his big victory, April was the 16th, the major buzz. You see, he got his checklist. He got his Neo, the Matrix jacket on. He's in a grocery store, right? He has Terrence Crawford's name. Remember they came out with the artwork. Shout out to his boy Jordan. Probably did that Jordanism or Jordan Spence. If you ever watched the Charlo lines, the only thing he was going by Jordan Spence then. But Jordanism probably did that great design artwork where he had the Grim Reaper and he was knocking on all the doors and it was Terrence Crawford. I want y'all to catch this sauce, man. I'm doing it nice and slow for y'all, right? Earl Spence was doing all that, right? And I don't think he's been on Twitter. But remember, he was doing all that knowing that they tried to cut a side deal. So this would have been Charlo's fight tomorrow, and he would have been getting Canelo in September. But now he wants us to believe that the focus is Bud Crawford, and always been Bud Crawford, but has it. So you got to pay attention. One thing about Bud Crawford, and I'm no Bud Crawford fan. I'm no Earl Spence fan. I'm a Team Tucker fan. Let's make that clear right now. But one thing I got to give credit to Team Bud Crawford and them Omaha brothers is they've been consistent with wanting the Earl Spence fight since he was Red Riding Hood. I can't say the same for those guys over there. And I quote Tim Smith, a former writer, journalist. I remember meeting him on many occasions and speaking with him in person and telling him, man, I'm underground media, but I'm inspired by your story. You went from being a media to now you're like PR, public relations. You're doing big things in the game. That's very inspirational. Timothy Smith himself, who's, pretty much like a Sam Watson. He's like Al Heyman's, one of Al Heyman's, now I'm going to quote the mafia terms, man. He's like one of Al Heyman's generals, Al Heyman has never seen always spoken on. But he has guys like Sam Watson, Tim Smith who are seen. They said, and I quote, "There's no money for the fight. We don't want to disrespect him with a bad offer." Something towards that nature. You know why? Because they give the low ball guaranteed. Now, how can you give a guy a low guarantee of 1 million, 1.5 million for a pay-per-view fight when he's just coming off getting a 6 million guaranteed against Sean Porter? Remember that was a $10 million fight. Look it up yourself. The purse bid 60-40. If you do 10 million, you break down 60-40, 6 million, 4 million. I wasn't that good at math, but a couple of things I can put together. Now, let's stay on track. They did not want to give Bud Crawford an offer that was disrespectful. You know why? Because that's what they was going to probably offer him. That's the going rate over there. But they're not going to tell you that because, like I said, the narrative pushes to tell you, oh, the back end, they getting all this, that, and the third. Are they? And pay attention. Are they? How they getting all this back end money, but they willing to put up all of their money, all of their assets, all of their top-notch hitters for Canelo? See? That's why I threw this picture back up there. Great point. Yes, that's so goofy. Yes, it is goofy. You know why it's goofy? Because the narrative has been, for the last 5 years, the biggest fight in boxing is Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. And now here it is. Hot grease. And I quote my man, World Combat. It's hot grease. That big bass right there is ready to be put in the hot grease. This fight is built up. So what is the hold up now? What was the backdoor side deal for? If Bud Crawford and Errol Spence fight and Errol Spence is victorious, that only ups the marquee for him and Canelo. Why go after Canelo first? And coming off of the eye injury, the retina, the car crash, risk Errol Spence getting broke up, going up to a higher weight class and getting broken up. Because I'm going to tell you one thing about Canelo Alvarez, right? Canelo Alvarez is not going to take the memo. You're like, damn, Sauce, what do you mean by the memo? The memo, what Ugas did. When Ugas had a moment in the fight, he went back to his corner. Somebody gave him the sign, the memo. He stopped fighting, man. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Y'all don't want to talk about that. You want to talk about this dude Bivol possibly taking a dive tomorrow. Did Ugas take a dive? Ugas had his biggest moment in the fight and then stopped fucking punching. Why is nobody talking about that? Why is nobody talking about that? He stopped punching. Stop! Was that the sign? Did Lawrence Cole give him the sign? Stop! That man stopped punching, man. But nobody wants to talk about that, man. Nobody wants to talk about that, right? Nobody wants to talk about that, man. Nobody wants to talk about that. Word. He said it's done. Oh yeah, that fight been built up, man. But yeah, nobody wants to talk about that, man. Ugas had his best moment in the fight, man. Lawrence Cole screamed to him, "Stop!" That man stopped punching, bro. That man stopped fighting back and turned into a heavy bag, man. I was just at the gym, man. I swear I thought it was Ugas down there. One of the young boys was beating on the heavy bag, man. The heavy bag don't punch back. It lets you get off. And that's what he did. He let Earl get off. And his eye socket got broke. His rib got broke. And the referee brought him into the corner and the doctor stopped the fight. But he still wanted to continue. He didn't get dropped. The whole fight. He just took a beating because he stopped punching. He stopped fighting back. Stop! Yes, hopefully y'all are catching this sauce, man. But what does that say? Like I said earlier, what does that say? Like, I know I'm not speaking on his fan base, his fanatic supporters. I'm talking about his handlers. What does that say about Tom Brown? What does that say about old Uncle Al? What does that say about Team Spence, their self, that they was willing to 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 fight Canelo Alvarez? Yes, granted, the money probably was good, right? The money probably was good, but listen, the money is always going to be good. The money's going to be there. Why not take care of Terrence Crawford unless they have doubt that they can't take care of Terrence Crawford? See, now I have to speak on a strategist, like a guy, because like I said, I'm a team member. You know, I have fighters and guys that I work with that we talk and we put plans together and strategize. We'll look at film. So why? See, they're not telling. Yo, they are not telling, but they are telling, man. Because it's like, if I know, right, and T, you're in here with me, you know, I was one hell of a basketball player, right, in my day, man. And I had supreme confidence. I played against Khalil El-Amin, Eric Barkley, Omar Cook, Drew Nichols, you know, guys that went to the league, overseas, things of that nature. And one thing about me, I never shied away because I always felt like I was the best, regardless if these guys were ranked and they was in Street Smiths and all that, these magazines. When I would get my chance to line up against them at AAU tournaments, at open runs and things of that nature, I would look at them as trophies. Like, yo, I'm gonna bust his ass. I'm gonna bust his ass, right? And then they're gonna be like, yo, man, who was that? Who was that little stocky dude, man? With the dribble and all that, the 3-pointers. That's how I used to be on it. So when I see the handlers and they have this you know, they have this vibe, like they don't want to make the fight. Why? Why you don't want to make the fight? Why? If Earl Spencer's gonna smoke him, Canelo's not going nowhere. Canelo showed y'all that. He said, yeah, come to 168. I don't have to do that. He's not going nowhere. But the biggest fight is right there for you right now. You beat Terrence Crawford, you're undisputed at welterweight. Then go up. But listen, pay attention now. Watch this. Rewind. I'm giving y'all the game tonight, man, because this is what the Source Experience is about. Remember, and I quote, yo, I am on borrowed time. He said it, I didn't. I am on borrowed time. See, you know why he said he was on borrowed time? Because he knew they tried to make that deal and it fell through. Yeah, it fell through. Check out my man World Combat Sports' Hot Grease. I think it might be episode 3 or 4. World Combat was breaking it down for y'all, man. Right? He said he was on borrowed time. You got to pay attention. You know why he said he was on borrowed time? Because he knew that deal was in play. They was already putting him up for the sacrifice. The big fish is the sacrificial lamb. They need to change their whole marketing scheme over there. They need to put a big lamb out now. He's a curry goat. He's a lamb chop. Meh, meh, meh. Yes, he's a lamb chop. They was ready to sacrifice him. Because how do you take, after you did all the legwork to become undisputed at 147, jump up damn near 3 weight classes to fight a guy that's going to break you up, bro? It is what it is, man. He's going to break you up. Later, yeah, listen, man. And I quote my man, Show Nuff. Rest in peace, man. Bruce Leroy. Catches bullets with his teeth. Nigga, please. Canelo Alvarez would have had something real for your ass in his hands. We all see what happened when Ugas caught you clean. How you think, shit, you guys talk about orbital sockets being broke. Look how he did Billy Joe Saunders in your hood. In your hood. He was in your hood. Yeah, he was in your hood in the 214 and broke that man down and signaled to his peoples. He threw it up to his peoples and 72,000 went crazy. He signaled to the troops like, yo, I'm about to wipe him down. And they went crazy. Viva la Mexico, cabrones! And he wiped Billy Joe Saunders down and broke his eye socket. What you think he would have did to you, little man? Big fish? You better go over there and handle your business with Bud. You know, handle your business with Bud, man. You know, all y'all was trying to really do it, right? Now I got to give it to you raw and uncut. They're not confident with that Bud fight, man. So now what they was going to do was they was going to let him go up there and get broken up by Canelo. And then he was going to come back down after being broken up, after being the 10 man, getting broken up by a bigger, stronger, superior man. And then he was going to fight Bud. And then Bud was going to break his foot off in his ass. And they would use the excuse, well, he was depleted. He went up. He went up. He fought Big Canelo and put on a hell of a performance. And then he came back down to 147. Bud wasn't doing nothing. Bud just sat back. He was fresh. Nah, fight Bud, man. Fight Bud now, man. Salute to Bud Crawford. You know what? I have respect for Bud Crawford because Bud Crawford is a real OG. And when I say OG, I'm going to tell you what I mean by OG. You know how OG is? An OG will give you a pass, right? Bud Crawford gave him a pass. After his car accident and all that, Bud was like, nah, I don't want to fight him, man. OG shit, man. Because Bud said, yo, if I beat this nigga up now, they're going to say, yo, it was the car accident. So what Bud do? He fell back. He let him fight Danny. He let him fight this one. So now that the buzz is back. Oh, yo, Earl ain't missed a beat. He ain't missed a beat. Nah, he tried to skip out, Joe. He tried to skip out. Call a spade a spade. He tried to skip out, man. Man, Bud ain't aging, man. Bud is sharp, man. Salute to Andrew Charles in the building. My guy. Yeah, TT said. T-Dog said. They trying to age. Man, Bud ain't aging, man. Bud ain't on a yak. Bud you know why Bud is gonna be all right, man? Bud is not an in-house sparring nigga. Bud is sparring with young lions, and they are keeping him sharp. Devin Haney's, Keyshawn Davis's, Brian Norman Jr.'s, Shakur Stevenson's. He's getting universal elite work. He's not sparring YouTube comedians. He's not sparring you know, it is what it is, man. See, I'm keeping it clean, man. I'm keeping it clean. I'm keeping it professional. You know the vibes, man. You're rocking out with yours truly, Showtime Sizzle. Shy News, I am the sauce, man. But yes, man, hopefully, you know, we see what happens now, man. We see what happens. But I was telling guys, man, their confidence ain't there, man. They know, man. They know. It's something, man. They don't want to make that fight, man. It's something, man. Al, Tom, Sam, Tim. It's something. It's Team Spence. Yo, listen to Derrick James, man. See, you got to pay attention, man. See, a lot of y'all don't be paying attention. That's why it takes good brothers like the Saws, World Combat Sports, and a couple others to present the facts. To present the facts. Yo, stay focused. Get back in the gym. Stay focused. Stay focused. That's his coach telling them that. Stay focused. Get back in the gym. Stay focused. Get back in the gym. That's old Punchy. You know Punchy? That's what I call him, Punchy. You remember Frenchie from A Living Color? He said, all the women love my cologne. That's Frenchie. That's old Punchy, man. Punchy got his ass whooped a couple times in that ring, man. You know? Salute to Coach, man. Coach did a wonderful job, man. You know? Yeah, he said, how about if something about that? Yeah. Yeah, man. And you know what it is? I'm gonna tell you, man. As I broke that fight down numerous times, um, yo, man, I know what it is, man. I don't want to give it away, man, because game is to be sold and not told, right? I don't want to give it away, man. But listen, man. When Bo Mac and Coach Red and Bernie and Saul, their coaches out there, they have supreme confidence. And Bo Mac was like, "Yo, we're gonna beat the shit out that dude, right?" Yo, man, listen, man. It's flaws, bro. It's flaws, man. And stop! Yo, listen, man. They made that man stop, bro. But Whiplash, listen, man. Yo, Whiplash exposed Iron Man, bro. You heard? Whiplash exposed Iron Man. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about Bud, man, motherfuckers always bringing up the Gamboa shit, man. Listen, shit, yeah, Bud gets hurt. It's a fight. Motherfuckers get hurt in the fight, man. Ain't nobody never stopped. The ref ain't never stopped opponent when Bud got hurt. Bud, bit down and did what he did and clipped him. Clipped him. And one thing about Big Gorilla Mitts, man, see, a lot of y'all never been around Bud, man. Bud got a fist like a heavyweight, man. If Bud lands that, listen, man, the boy was getting hit, man. The boy was getting hit, man. He was getting hit, man. Just imagine if one of them shots would have been that Omaha juke hook. What y'all know about that juke hook, man? Just imagine if one of them shots would have been that Omaha juke hook. I don't think Lawrence Cole could have said stop fast enough. You see what happened to Cal Brook, man. I don't think he could have said stop fast enough. Stop! Stop! That man said stop, man. They was in grade school. Remember when we used to get into fights in grade school and the teachers aid and all them at recess and you be down there getting down? That's how they used to tell you to stop. And everybody stops. Hopefully y'all are catching the sauce tonight, man. But I just hope they don't deprive the boxing fans out of the biggest fight in boxing, man. And I just hope all of you pro-narrative pushers, man, just get out of your feelings, man. Accept what they tried to do. Accept what they tried to do. They tried to sneak out the back door on the quote-unquote biggest fight in boxing. They really did. They really tried to sneak out the back door. That's what we call that, man. When you see somebody and you try to sneak out the back door and then you get exposed, you get exposed, man. They tried to sneak out the back door. And Canelo being who he is, he said, what is this? What the fuck is this, man? Yeah, he looked at the deal, right? They was like, yeah, fight him at 164. Canelo laughed at them like, yo, what the fuck is this, man? What the fuck is this, man? He said, that's not gold. What is this? Those ain't diamonds. What is this? What is this, man? 164? I don't have to do that. No, I don't. Why? I don't do that. 168. I don't do that. I don't do that. But you gotta think about it. They was willing to give him everything. Everything. See? Everything. They was willing to give him everything. You know why they was willing to give him everything? Yo, what's that rap song? Big Bank takes Little Bank. The real big fish. The real big fish. What's going on, Daffy? They ain't letting you in the room? The real big fish. The real big fish, man. You know who the real big fish is, right? Canelo. He's the real big fish, man. Head honcho. El Jefe. Thanos. He is what we like to call the planet raider. He takes all your resources and slides. You know what he told them? Come up with some more M's, man. Come up with some more M's, man. They didn't have enough, man. They didn't have no trophies. That's what he let you know, right? And he, see, one thing I can respect about Canelo, right? Canelo was for the people, right? Remember he was boisterous on social media, and he told those guys fight each other. He even hinted to telling Earl Spence fight Bud Crawford. That's what the fans want. Why is she barking? Let her outside. That's why he told the fans, do it for the fans, right? Because he's for the people, man. All these promotional companies keep the whole bag on reserve for a chance at a Canelo fight and pennies for everybody else. The facts. But see, they didn't have they didn't have nothing for. Let's open the door and let the dog outside. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. Typical Friday night at the Jones household. But yes, that's what I was saying, right? They was willing, right, to give up their whole catalog. When I say their whole catalog, Earl Spencer's their catalog right now. But what Canelo was telling them, right, and I want y'all to catch this source, right? What Canelo was telling them is their catalog has no value. You know why it has no value? Yes, Earl Spence is a 3 WBA, IBF, WBC champion, 3 belts, unified. But that's nothing for Canelo. Jamal Charlo, WBC middleweight champion. That's nothing for Canelo. He's getting $55 million to fight Bivol. But more importantly, you know what he's getting? If he wins tomorrow, another strap, another trophy. Earl Spence, like I just said, no value. He's not a trophy. Jamal Charlo, he's not a trophy. Are y'all catching the sauce tonight? There are no trophies. Only thing they're bringing to the table is a bag. Canelo is all about trophies. He's about trophies. He's a big game hunter. He wants a trophy. He wants another mantle on his table. There are no trophies. Go fight Bud Crawford, man. Charlo, go fight Boo Boo. Go fight the Mexican Monster. Stop clout chasing Canelo. That's all y'all doing is clout chasing. Stop clout chasing. You guys have big fights right in front of you. Spence with Crawford. Charlo with David Benavidez. Hopefully y'all caught this sauce tonight. Y'all enjoyed it. This has just been the Source experience. Definitely check out some of my photography work that I've been putting out via the Facebook group, the Source experience. Come and get you some sauce. The Instagram, Showtime Shot News. We just expanding the catalog and growing and trying new things. Salute to Andrew Charles in the building, World Combat Sports, and of course my dog, T-Sauce, T-Dog, in the building, original Source Talk podcast member back when we was doing it in the studios, like 6 years when I was running out to the studio. Shout out to Stutter, who just got engaged today. Yeah, see, y'all thinking the Source is a new jack. Nah, man, the Source been doing this forever, ever. But as a leader, you have to lead. A lot of times I always wanted to be on the backside, and put on and, just do behind the scenes shit. But as I got older and I got wiser, you can't dictate orders if you can't take orders. and you can't tell somebody how to flow if you don't flow that way. Hopefully, y'all caught this sauce and y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, this one was rather spicy, but it wasn't spicy. It was a great point. And I know this is going to get back to Team Spence and all those guys over there at the PBC. Handle your business, man. Stop clout chasing off of Canelo, chasing after Canelo. You got a historic history fight in front of you. Put the money up, man. Stop being cheap, man. You don't you want to look out for the brothers, or you want to close the door on the brothers? Hopefully y'all caught and enjoyed this sauce tonight. Like I said, I'm probably going to jump back on later, but it's just to run the numbers up, man. Feel free to tap in. The mic will be muted. I probably throw up a funny pick or something. And, do what I do, man. But I'm about to get to the rest of these, see what the rest of these narrative haters was talking about, because they was in their feelings. And yes, June 18th is the date. Hula Theater pop out. Jihad Tucker looking to become 8-0. We are marching, we are moving and grooving. It has been a dope ride, and I'm enjoying the journey. You know the vibe.
Yo, this is the real Mr. ESPN right here. You know the vibes. Yes.
Pick up your phone, bro. Yes. You're missing a few members, but you already know Team Stay Strong.
Yeah.
Shout out my man Jacko.
Yes.
Big Apex in New York. My son right here.
Yes,
Jacko,
yes.
Screw you.
Yo, victory. It's a celebration,
yeah.
Bitches. You know the vibes. Yeah. Yo, we in Vegas. Vegas. Yeah. Uncle Jay. Cousin.
Yo, man, it's your Hot Tucker, man. The real GOAT. LeBron done of the game, man. Shout out to the Sauce Talk podcast. Shout out my man Showtime Shot. If you ain't know, now you know. Everybody.
Screw you. That's right.